And hello, and we're back. Hey everyone. And today is Mardini. Day 19 is neon. And I'm thinking of doing like a neon sign maybe. But I'm not sure exactly yet what we're gonna do. So let's go into the other view. All right, we are in an empty scene in Houdini. Let me know how the audio is. I had some technical difficulties earlier. I don't know if the music is too loud or the microphone is too low or too loud. Hey, how's it going? Okay, so let's see. Let's go into a SOP create. And we'll dive inside. And we can just start with like a circle maybe. Thank you. I appreciate you. I'm glad that you're learning a lot. So we could do like a circle. And let's do some curves. I see something here. When we convert it into a line, all right, let's not worry about that. I think it's okay. Let's put polygon and just add a bunch of divisions. Okay, and we can add a carve node. And right now it's doing the entire thing. Do we need to fuse it? It's close. What if we just do the carve from here? Interesting. Okay, let's see in the convert line, connect path. Okay, that's what it was. All right, and then we have this thing going on here. And then we can grab like maybe like a group. And I have some expressions saved for groups. I did it a while ago. So I just put like group expression. And we could put like ends. Right? And then over here you have like the presets, you know, that come with, I'm guessing with Houdini. And what I would add is, so if we type in, go here, group expressions, ends. So if we add this, so the length, the neighbors, and then 0 is the input 1, and then point number is equal to 1. So that just means that if one of the points neighbors is only one neighbor, it'll group it. So when we have these ends here, they don't usually this entire piece here on this section has two neighbors. Each point has, you know, points on the side, and then these ends don't. So if we go and put that in here, and we put, instead of primitives, points, we should be getting a group here for these points. It's kind of hard to see, but what we can do is maybe put a transform so you can see it. And we'll put group ends that we added. And then those are the ones that are connected. So this could be helpful for like the neon sign. Like if we were to do that, or if we wanted to, can we extrude them? Let's see. So, let's see. We'll add, yeah, it doesn't, so poly extrude will not work. I don't think so. But what we can do is transform those groups. So we'll do maybe this. We're getting like, it doesn't look like it's going straight on the transform. It looks like it's sort of angled, or it could be the perspective view maybe. No, it is kind of tilted. Let's see how we can fix that. So I did a setup a while ago. I don't know if I still have it saved. Let's see. I do. So I do have, this is like maybe 2 years old. So I did a HDA to do all sorts of neon signs. And let me open this up. So this is like the whole setup. So you could import a file. There's one with a font, I think, in here. Haven't used it in a while. Yeah, font. Then all this stuff is going in here. So we have the group expression. This one's doing a different type. Let's see what else. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff going on here. I barely remember what it was, but let me show you what you can do with it. So if we put typeface, it should have worked. Okay, yeah. So let's take off the points. And that's pretty much kind of what it does there. There's a few things. So what I was starting to work on was the tubing. And then I think the tubing has an issue here. I think it needs to be adjusted. But it's supposed to go down. And then there's like a couple points where we add little rings and stuff like that. And we have like a connection of wires. There it is. So the neon height was kind of set up too low. So yeah, that's kind of like that idea. And then you're kind of just reusing some of those pieces to build the frame to hold it in place. And then we're randomizing some points, then connecting the line, and then calculating, I think we're calculating the curve view and then just kind of sagging it, I think that's what we did. I have another node that it's called gravity line. I think that's what I put. So if we put a line, this is what it does. So it just kind of starts with, I think it starts with 1 point and then smooths it out. We have a scale. And what we have in here, I think is just a wrangle. Yeah, so it's curve view from the resample. And then right here, we're using curve view. And yeah, we're doing a couple things there. So you can see if you're wondering how that's set up. All right, so let's remove all this. Let's go back to our setup. The other thing we can do is we can blast this. So we deleted those pieces, and we can put an add. This might be too much of a setup for it, but we'll delete it. We'll add a attribute Rango. I've done many times before. At ID is equal to at PT num, and we'll add a transform. And we'll move those pieces back. And we'll add another add node. And then we'll add the attribute ID. And then we can merge. We'll merge right here. The other thing we can do now is, I believe we'll have to join it. So let's do Alt 8. Let's see the primitives. So we have two primitives. So let's see if we fuse them. Let's see, resample. Yeah, so we got to make sure that these are fused or joined. Let's see, join. Okay, so joined works, except we're getting that same issue there. So let's oh no, this is, sorry, this is wrong. This is because we don't have enough segments here. Sorry about that. So we can put now that it's joined, because we had primitives here, and then, or we had three primitives. Then instead of the fuse, use a join, puts it on 1. And then we can resample it. And then we can add a smooth. And then we kind of have that kind of little arc. And if you use a poly wire, we get that kind of neon connection. Human versus human. Human versus humans. Forget to always say the S at the end. How's it going? So in the carve here, you see, now we can start adjusting it, which is kind of cool. And if we were to instead we wanted to add a or if we wanted to delete a section here, let's go into edges and delete them. This whole setup should still work, except it's not working now. All right, that's because we got to do something here. My guess is we gotta clean it up, I guess. Let's try and see. Oh, you know what? Let's check the group. So yeah, we are getting the group here. We are. Oh, I see. I see what's happening. So then we're doing the add. Hello. Hey, Min. How's it going? And then we're connecting them here. And our join is the one that's messing it up. So let's see. Let's remove some stuff here. Yeah, our join is messing up our setup. Only connected. Okay. So we had it like this and like this. So we gotta, in the join, only connected. So now it works. And then we have another issue. So now we're getting that little breakup here. Let's see what else we can do to fix. Because the resample, again, it's not completely joining it. So if we do another join, yeah, it completely messes it up. We can, sometimes these processes, you can add a for each loop. To me, that's like the fastest quick fix. It might be like not the cleanest setup to do, but it could possibly work. Let's see. It looks like we have 5 pieces, so that's not good. Maybe this setup we can do beforehand. I'm just experimenting. I didn't have like something fleshed out to present or anything, so you know, this is kind of how it's going with the Mardini dailies. Good to meet you too. I think I've seen you on the stream before. Min. So we got 6 pieces here. Why do we got 6 pieces? No, 2 pieces. Okay, that's good. Then let's do a join. No, let's do the will that be too much if we do this entire setup? Yeah, let's go back to what we had. I think there might be a different solve for this. Let's go back. All right, before we did this, let's try a fuse again. We should only have 2 primitives right now. That might have fixed it. Except one. Oh, 2 of them. The one's right here. So let's see. Let's lower. Yeah, so you see they're still not completely joined. Yeah, we still have 4. We should just have 2. It's really odd. All right, let's see if we just remove this and not do that specific section there. So we'll leave it like this, and we had a fuse. It's going crazy. All right, let's keep moving forward, and let's remove this stuff. We did a resample. It's not doing it correctly. It's kind of hard to tell here, and my points are not displaying properly. Is it the labs? Gotta reset the view. Yeah, I'm not really sure, but there's a bunch of points here that we don't want. And that's because we don't have that piece merged. So I'm trying to figure this out real quick. We have the group of expressions here. We're merging everything here. Here we should have just done a join and it should have worked with connected only. Then resampled it, but it's not really working. Hey Arian, Juarez, how's it going? What if we were to just join the two groups? So we have groups here, and then do we still have a group here? Let's add that group expression in here, and then if we do a fuse or a join, we can probably just join those two groups. Maybe not. Let's do a join. So I guess we can do it this way and then a smooth. So let's lower it here, and then yeah, it's not really doing it because we still have these pieces separated. Let's take a look at what we did in the, or what I did in the other setup. Can't remember what it was. Let's see. So we did, so there's a fuse here. Yeah, it looks fine. It looks like the setup we had here. What do we have here? Oh, okay, it's just ID. We can delete attribute. And the warning goes away. All right. So once we have the setup correctly done, we could apply this whole thing to a new shape, and we could apply it to letters or any sort of curve, and everything should trickle down. So once we start building up a little bit, things will start moving much quicker. So right now it's just broken here on this side. We can address this a little bit later, if anything, but we can continue to build a little bit more, and then we'll go back to it, my guess. So the other thing we can possibly do is go inside here. So in this curve here, we could do another group. Group by range. We could do a blast. We'll blast a group. And then we'll do an add. And we'll keep just the points. So now when we start playing around with this, we should start seeing what we're grabbing here from this group range. Maybe something like that. Let's do a was it a polyframe that I've used before? And then put, instead of tangent U, put N. It's weird, I'm not seeing the, I feel like I have an issue with the viewport. I can't see the normals. Let's see what else. Usually I would just do, so I guess I gotta turn off the N normal attribute. Then it just kind of snaps like that. Vector trail. Okay, so all right, let's work with this. So now those points kind of have a direction like that. And yeah, we won't worry about these. These are the opened ones. So what we can do is we can blast those. I think we can blast those. Can we do it after the fact here? Yeah, so we're deleting them there. Okay, and then we could do like a copy the points. And we'll do a torus. Torus. It looks interesting, but that's not what we want. And it's probably aligned not really how we need it to be. So let's see. Let's revert to what we had. I just want to see what it looks like. So let's merge this real quick. All right, so what we need is to have these points follow that, and it's not doing it right now. Let's see, so instead of, so that's fine there. Okay, so there's that going on. Usually I would use the polyframe, and it seems like it's failing us today. Let's see here. If we remove the carve, everything stays the same as well. All right, let's keep going. How much time I have? I started a little later today, so I started like at 9:30. So I would think like maybe 11:15, I guess. We can wrap up, but we haven't got much progress yet. So hopefully we can make some good progress today. If not, we ditch things, you know. When we're in a time constraint, you just kind of need to move forward and abandon an idea that you had. And then later on, when the answer pops up in your head, you can go back and tweak that at a later point. So let's see here. All right. So there it is. Our issue was not in the curves, it was inside of the actual torus itself. So the moment we had it like this, it gave us like some weird issues. Now that we have it this way, it's working just fine. So now we got the rings there. And now we can make them a lot smaller. I'm guessing we can probably link the thickness of this here. So if we go inside the poly wire, we can see wire radius, copy parameter, and my guess is we can put it in, these are on negative values here. It's weird. Okay. If I put it in here, we can paste relative reference, and we could do paste relative reference. And then maybe, would it be plus 0.2 or minus 0.02? Okay, so that kind of works. So then now if we get the thickness of this, it should probably work. So everything kind of scales accordingly. All right. And we can also start setting groups. So we could put like a group here and put like neon rings, main, neon, so let's take a look and see how we can change this into like a font. And you can see like this whole thing is already kind of working. I didn't want this entire thing, just kind of one. So we will need to fix a couple things. So when we convert this to a line, then we're resampling, and our resampling is just way too low. So we can do like maybe 150 or 200 segments. Then we have the carve, and then we could also sweep. Let me see, not this one. Okay, I see. So how can we tweak this so then we don't have to do this manually for both? We could also put attributes here or scales. I think we'll leave it like this. Let me see if I can just copy this parameter and paste relative reference, and then we'll do like minus 0.1, or would it be plus? Let's do minus 9. Okay, so we have a stop here. It is controlled, but then there's a limit. The other thing maybe we can do is group. Instead of a carve, we do like a group. I'm thinking. Let's delete it. Let's just leave it like this for now. My guess is we can probably do a group and then we blast it and then we can iterate through that group just to do that sliding effect. Okay, so we got to see what's happening here, and I think that might have to do with this stuff here. So we have an issue here that we need to fix as well. So it's grouping this point here because it's not completely fused, I guess, or joined. Okay, so now we have it better. This is messing our stuff here, so we lower the amount. And now I'm thinking we shouldn't be smoothing the entire curve. We're gonna have to lower the resolution first, and then maybe polybeveling. So yeah, we have to polybevel the ends. Then we can resample it. And again, we'll add our own points and put like 200. Yeah, the main issue right now is this part's not completely fused. And yes, we can do it manually, but I don't want to necessarily do things manually, because then once we try to scale this up, it's not gonna work. Like then we're gonna have to constantly be selecting things anytime we need to make adjustments. So right now this is the main issue here, and I'm trying to understand why the fuse is not working. Did it work? So it looks like I had to disconnect. Okay, let's see. Everything else is okay. Okay, let's check it out. Resample. It does not look like it has that many points. Okay. And let's bring in the group here, the extension here. Okay, it's looking a little bit better. Let's scale down the poly wire. Okay, so let's do something here now. Let's do a things out. I might do a subnet here. Let's do a subnet of this. And it collapses all this stuff here. And then let's do a for each connected piece. Drop in our subnet here. And then if we type in, okay, it's sort of working. So there's some other letters that have issues that we gotta fix. But our setup is kind of working now. Let's try it with numbers. Okay, so it looks like the 6 and 0s and O's are some issues. And then obviously this piece here will need to go as well. So let's work at maybe the letter D. So let's dive inside here. When this gets converted, we have this piece that we don't want. So what is this exactly here? The thing is that that piece is going to change. I thought it would be like something simple like 0 or 1. Okay, so it looks like it's 1. But that may change if we change the letters. So if we go back up. See, it came back. Let's see what happened here. So resampled and we did a carve, which is not working. We have 2 pieces there. So we got to join again or fuse. Let's see. So we gotta fix this. This is not working for us. So if we dissolve 1 and if we change the letter, let's do will it work if we just do an out from here? I think our whole setup works with it. Let's disconnect that. put it here. And let's remove this and the points. Let's go back in right here. Oh, okay, I have another out. Let's remove that out. And what were the other letters? Okay, so if we do grab that primitive one, it does fix that, except on the 8. Why? All right, let's go back here and see what that is. Oh, because the 8 has 2 pieces. Yeah, so we can't use this. We can't dissolve like an actual group or a piece like that. I'm wondering if we can just somehow group it. Let me see. I think I have another type of expression that might help. I had saved one. I think it was isolated. This one. I don't know if it'll work. Let's see what we did in the other setup with the neon. Yeah, this setup took me a couple weeks to kind of figure out, and I haven't touched it for like, I think like 2 years. So this is all still, it's kind of foreign to me right now. Delete small parts. Is that what it would be? It's possible. Let's go to the font one here. Okay, so that goes in here. All right, let's try delete small parts. The thing is that I think that that part is connected, I think. Yeah, everything is one piece of geometry, so I think. Oh, I feel like there was a node that fixes this. I can't remember which one it was. I think it was like poly something. The other way probably is by grouping the external part, the external curves. Is there like a edge group? Oh, what happened there? Let me save. I don't want it to crash. Group edge. Labs edge group from polylines. Let's see something. Nope. Dissolve flat edges. Is that? Nope. That's not it either. Not sure what that is, but I guess that node doesn't work anymore. Group expression. We'll spend like 5 more minutes on this, and then if not, we'll ditch it. Because we don't need all the fonts to work. I just kind of wanted them to work. Group create. Is anyone joining the Mardini challenge? The daily challenges? I'm just wondering if any of you guys are doing it. I don't know if it's that. I remember there was a, so it's just these kind of lines here. I want like a smart way to remove them. I remember there was like a node for that. I just can't remember right now what off the top of my head what it was. Yeah, none of these are gonna work. It's so it's just these edges here, right here. Thing is that it's gonna be different. See, and then there's one up here as well. Or it just decided to get created. So let's see if we do a convert line. And if we grab these, like that's really what I want, but in like a smart way, like that if the number changes to something else, we don't have to worry about that stuff there. So if we change the number to like 5, it still works okay. But now we got some issues again because we're just doing it like this. If we do it inside the for each, it might work. No, we still have issues. All right, let's throw this back in and let's go into last piece here. Let's put yeah, one of them is not working. See something here. Let's go back and do the typeface, and then let's do the number 8 because that was an issue we had. And this one, yeah, and this one it was fixed. What did I do? I don't remember what I did on this one. Was it a divide? Oh, I see. So a divide. So let's go back. So if we were to grab the number 8 here, I wouldn't have remembered that. Yeah, the divide will remove. So originally, if you just put a divide, kind of does that. That's not what you want. And then remove. And what was it? What was the other? Oh, remove shared edges. So remove shared edges. That's the magical toggle there. All right. So now we can go back to our setup here. Okay. Let's remove this this stuff here. Yeah, that thing is like the weirdest nodes that you wouldn't think would fix it, like ended up fixing it. So let's see. So now we have an issue because we put inside a for each loop and we don't want it to be doing that in that way. So it would have to be just right now like this. And then if we go put an out node here. All right, what do we do here that we messed it up? The clean. Let's delete the clean. We have multiple pieces, which is okay. Except this point here. And something here. So it's getting grouped here. All right. Yeah, the problem is the group here. And I'm starting to think whether we should do it that way or not. What if we just transform the group? So we gotta make sure we fuse that. Yeah, we can't do it that way right now. Ran out of water. Might go get water in a little bit. Alright, let's remove this, and it's like I thought these two nodes were much better, but they're giving me problems today. So let's do a resample again. All right, let's cheat a little bit and look back at our setup that we had. Let's go back to our neon setup. No, not that far back. So we had a divide, then we were converting that into lines. Okay, we're just doing a match size to that box, so we could do like a uniform scale or something like that. Then we decided to resample each piece. Okay, I see. So then we're throwing this inside a loop at that point. We're converting it to a line. Not sure why we did a sort. Oh, you know what we did a sort for? Might have been for... Could have been the carve. So if we had the carve... My guess is like the sort can... If you shift it, it might move the carve. I think that's what it probably did. Let's see. Can't see it here. Just do something here. Sort, open it. No. So yeah, that didn't do that. All right. So it looks like everything, we're throwing all the curves inside a for each loop. And that's the way we're getting control. Okay, let's go back. So at this point, thought it was going to be beneficial, but we can probably bring this back out. I know me. This is Nomi here, our little princess. What are you doing? Oh. All right. She's like, stop working. Get out of there. All right, so we brought this out and let's connect it all back. And like we were saying, we're gonna throw all this stuff in a loop. We may start section by section. Let's see. So we got these two in here. we'll just extend it as we go. We'll do single pass. Okay, and then we do the group expression here. That gets those 2 points there. Then what else are we doing here? I was thinking of just translating it like with the group, but I'm not sure if that will work by itself. So we're getting kind of that issue again. And if we take a look, what do? We fused it. Let's copy this. Let's go back. Let's see if that will work. Sort of. So now we resample it again. And we'll add a smooth. Okay, so now if it looks okay. Now if we uncheck, it's a little cleaner. We can color this green so we know that we gotta make a control for that. I might not make controls for this just because it takes a little bit long. Hey PGP or PG, how's it going? And then let's see, what are we doing here? Let's add the polywire. Wondering if I should add this setup inside as well. This might not work just because it's doing it by, I guess, the distance or something. So it's like really tight on the smaller ones and then, you know, more separated there. So that might not work for what we want. But it's looking much better. Now our other numbers and stuff should work. So if we put like 26, just random numbers. Now they all work together. So that's good. But now we need to fix those copies. And it's in the way that we're grouping them, so that's kind of the main thing. I like this view better because we can see the whole thing. We can just remove this for now. It's a little too tight on some of them. Yeah, so we're way over time at this point. This actually took a lot longer to set up. With a little cheating, we were able to do it a little bit faster, but yeah. What day is it? 19? Okay. All right, let's stop messing around. Get back to work. So what else can we do here? Instead, I think, man, this should have been working here with this group. What other group node do we have? We could see, let me see if I have something in my scripts here. So there's this one that uses modulo. We can try that. I don't know if it's gonna work. Group expression again. Turn this off. The other thing we can do, instead of doing these groups, we can use a resample again and just low res it. Why not, right? I think that may just work. Oh, there it is. I think that might do it. Yeah. I think, although there's like this section here that I don't like, I think it works like for a far shot, you know, like this distance maybe. Just don't look at this area here because there's issues there. The other thing we can probably do, let's see. We can extend it so now we have less. And then we have, okay, we still have that issue there, but we sort of kind of fix the other one. Yeah, maybe something like that. Yeah, there's some issues here. These are flipped. And or what if we were to group? So group, we could do the, whoops, what happened here? We could do the group expression here. Group expression. And then we'll copy this one. No, this is not what I need. Maybe the every other point. And if we pack it, and then we delete. We'll name this group Backdell. Last. So we got rid of some. Okay, this is like a hack, but it'll work. Okay, so now what else can we do? We can grab we'll put this setup aside, and then we are grabbing this here. Whoa. Let's do global. Yeah, let's just do it like that. And we'll merge these two to kind of get a feel for what it'll look like. Then transform that back. Or we can use a match size. And put it on max. And then this one, we'll put it on min. And now these two pieces are set up this way. So if we were to extend this piece, because we're using the match size, everything should move up with it. All right, so cool. What else should we do? Maybe we resample this. I don't know if it's gonna look good or not. let's instead, let's do a convert line, or put the wrong node, convert line. Wondering what we have here. Oh, look at that. I didn't even know I had this. Look. We were like going crazy earlier with trying to fix this stupid thing, and the font node has this setup here. So we had a divide that gets rid of that, but then gives us this issue. But then all we need to do is do this. Oh no, it still does the same thing. So it's kind of like doing the same thing. So yeah, it's the same exact setup, I guess. We'll leave it like that, I guess. And all right. I don't see any difference happening here. So we have this here. All right, that's not gonna work. All right, let's just leave it like that. Let's change the font. I don't like that font. Let's do like, I don't know. Houdini doesn't really have anything. Actually, there's a lot more fonts than I used to see before. Yeah, we got a lot more fonts now. Okay, so if we go to extrude side, just extrude the outside a little bit so our stuff is not floating. Okay, and then what else should we do? I guess we can get the points from here. We can use the points we have here. And then we'll do a, what else should we do? Should we do the same thing we did here? This setup here. maybe just this setup. Merge that, and we'll add this as well. So now we have like little stems, except they don't connect. So what we'll do is link this transform here, relative reference, and delete this one. Okay. What happened? Did it not work? Let's see what happened there. Then let's just link. I'm not sure what happened here, but let's copy. Oh, I know what's happening. I think that's 0.085. Oh, 88. Okay, so let's link this parameter here. We'll just force them. So we'll do another transform here and just force the connection here. And we'll make this thinner. So it's kind of like the connection of these points. And we had made some groups here earlier. So let's remove those and put them here. So this would be okay, let's get a little bit organized here. And these flags are because we have something that's not matching, that we probably need to delete some attributes before they get merged in, but we'll leave it like that. Yeah, I think this is pretty much it for our setup. Now we gotta render it at light speed. So we gotta get another group. We'll just put a group for the back part. Okay, and then let's save this and step out. And we can probably, we'll do it on the outside. What happened here? Is there another out node? Yep. Okay, I think we could delete this here. Let's delete all this stuff here. All right, and go back. And now we have this going on, and there's issues with normals, it looks like, or like overlapping faces. Let's go and pin this and then add a normal. Okay, that seems to fix it. Do a material library. Use the material builder. Okay. So we'll do some emission here and a little bit of glass, and we'll leave it like that. Go back. The back piece can be like a gray. The rings can be gray too, but we'll make it like a metallic. And let's see. So all these pieces are like that. So we're gonna have to go up a level, go to the assign material. Where did our, no, not this one. Scene graph tree. So we're not seeing our groups, although we can select some stuff from here. I want to see, if we go to import from SOPs, import data, subset groups, and we have our groups here. Let's just put a star in there, and now we should see some groups here. So if we go and add the back part, we'll add the neon and neon rings. We'll add the material for the rings, for the neon, and the back part. Okay. There we have a simple kind of neon. Let's go to Grayscale Gorilla and add like a texture for the floor. Or like metal. Let's do brick. Let's do just a standard brick. we'll add that. Oops, we'll add that to the floor. And we'll probably need to add UVs to the grid floor. And let's go in here and let me add what added ambient occlusion. This is the wrong one. Let's put it here. We could actually just scale down the grid a bit. All right, so I gotta really wrap this up because I need to submit this. Let's go ahead and let me just take a screenshot of the nodes here. Or just like that. Okay, and let's go back here. Let's do a camera here, and we'll do the I should have just set the scene up like correctly. Let's do a spotlight and lower the cone, and then we'll extend this like that. And we can feather and extend just a bit. All right, and it looks kind of thick on the lines because we scaled down the entire font in here. So we can bring the scale back up and then just scale it down here so we don't have to go through too many hoops of changing stuff. And then render it again. I don't know if I should put that text. Okay, I think we'll leave it like that. What do you guys think? Let's go and put karma. Yeah, for 2 hours, I think it's okay. Let's go into here. Let's go into cops. Copnet. And we'll do the slap comp import. And we'll bring in, let's stop this render. Now we'll look at the composite view. And do a, let's do a glow. Because why not? And then we'll lower the amount. I need to make a recipe for this. That way I don't have to rebuild it again. SDF. I've been doing it a lot with gradients. Building this setup here. do a color correct. All right, I think that's it. I think we'll call it a day because I gotta post this to side effects, and I don't think I have enough time to do anything else. All right, so this is our final image. Yeah, this was a little bit time consuming to build this one, but hopefully, I think I'm gonna get that neon HDA that I have and kind of spend more time on it, building it much better, more efficient, and yeah, maybe I'll share it with you guys. Let's see. I think that's it. Yeah, I think that's it. So thanks again, guys, for staying tuned, and hopefully I'll see you again tomorrow. Hopefully I'll be on earlier. I had some issues with audio today. I was trying to get these new headphones to work with the setup that I have, and now I got it working. So hopefully the audio was okay. Thank you. I appreciate it. Alrighty. All right. Thank you, guys. I'll see you again soon.